Really a lack of supply. We had a lot more buyers that were in the market than we had homes that were for sale. And we could not keep up with the demand. So anytime a new home came on the market, you had all of those buyers that were kind of just going along with one another onto that same houses and really just competing. People were in their homes and that really became, their safe place. That was their refuge. And when you're in a house and you really can't go anywhere else, you kind of learn what you need and what you don't need. And a lot of people realized that they needed possibly a space for an office. If they were starting to grow their family during the pandemic, it really made people sit back and look at where they're living. And a lot of people did say, I either want to do the move up or I want to move to a different community because, we were all working virtually, so they could do that. And I think it really kind of kickstarted what we saw in 2020. There was some investment, but I wouldn't say that that's the main catalyst. I really think that it was just a lack of supply. And it was, I wouldn't say the perfect storm, but we really just had a lot of buyers on the market. It really didn't matter where they were from. And especially our region's great. I mean, that's what we hear from a lot of people who move here. If they're moving from the GTA, if they're moving from, down south, everybody loves it because it's quite a mix. And the thing I hear is it's a big, small town. You've got that nice feeling. We've got St. Jacobs. So, I'm not surprised everybody wanted to move here. I think if you watched last year's sales, we did kind of have some ebbs and flows. It's always interesting to see how different factors are going to affect it. But really, once people became aware of what was happening and they were used to that environment, we did kind of see a little bit more of an uptick. People were holding off on putting their homes on the property or putting their homes on the market. So, it maybe kind of stalled it for a little bit, but then it came roaring right back. Once they get comfortable with a certain condition or, a new dynamic that we have to deal with, it really just becomes a part of their everyday practice. It's hard to always tell with 1 month of data, but it looks like it's just going to be a small dip for right now. I think we had a lot happen in the middle of February that kind of contributed to everything. There was Russia invading Ukraine. There was talk of interest rate hikes. We were coming out of lockdown. So a lot of more homes were coming on the market. So buyers had a little bit more to choose from. So I think that all of those factors really contributed to what we saw. And we're really just kind of back where we were in January.